Hey, and welcome to various locations today for another emoelmoes extra. Today we're going to talk about the magic of car pads. Here I've used a single car pad for building for our monkey Mellow. It's just one car pad and it's flipped upside down. Now we'll move on to the Palace of the Monkey King, and I've used two car pads for the Dojo. Again, one of the inherent problems with car pads is that when you flip them upside down, you have to accommodate the space for the car or truck. I'll remove this car pad so you can see underneath where I've added lighting. Straight out of my lighting vid. And the same on the other side. So again, I've got lamps in here, but this is doing the major lighting in this space. I'll come down and you see you have to accommodate for the car or truck that you're using, which means you have to build up in this case. I've used that to my advantage and made various platforms for the monkeys. Now we'll move on to the lake build. And car pads are a major element here. I've used two car pads wide to build this dock. I had 2 weeks to do this for a contest. There's the old blue ribbon. Now, much like counters, you have to accommodate the length and width of car pads and plan ahead when you're building. Now, before you get started, you have to spawn the car pad, drive the car off, and then you're free to place it. Now, since I've flipped these car pads upside down, once again, I've had to build up. I've used that to my advantage here by just putting my storage underneath. We'll open it up and you can see where I've slid my wood under. I was doing this to get this base ready for Publix, and that way no one can get to my wood. Now we'll head back to the remote studios and we're going to do just the opposite. I'm always on the lookout for ways to make my vehicles do more when they're on my plot. So sometimes I don't want to see the car pads, and so recently I've been trying to find a way to hide those. So here in this overly done parking spot, I've put down the car pad and then covered it with tiles. And they blend in perfectly with the floor. So I'll pop that tile back, and without the monkeys here, you would never know there's a car pad underneath. Now I wanted to make a conspicuous parking spot for my little car, and there it is over there. But sometimes, due to circumstances beyond your control, a car gets flipped, lost, or moved, and we'll need to respawn it. So I take out this post, and then you can see the button underneath. We'll respawn this car and it will pop up on top of the tiles, and then we'll place this post back. Now, I don't typically lose my cars that often, so this is not too much of an inconvenience. And I will drive this around the walls and put it back in the spot I made for it. Pull right in, perfect. Now I do have a big hauler on this plot, but I'm currently using it for this satellite broadcast truck. It's got its own parking spot, but that means it has its own car pad as well. Now it does make it tricky because if you're going to build, you can't build over the car pad. So in this case, I've made a fun little gazebo with seating right over the top of the hauler car pad. Pull out a couple tiles so that you can see it. But again, it blends in perfectly with the floors around it, so you'll never know. In this case, I'll pull out the smooth wall, put it to the side, and we'll reach in and respawn the truck. There it is. Fits perfectly inside. I accommodated for the room by marking it with the post, so I knew it would fit. We'll put that wall back, And then I will drive it back to where it belongs. And we'll pull right out. Pull a ways back. Try not to hit James. And then this will be a test of your backing skills. And luckily the green stripe in the middle is 2 tiles high, so it should just steer your vehicle right inside. I'll close the door. And I'm glad you've joined me today. I hope you've learned a few things about car pads, what to do with them, and how to hide them. Thank you for coming this week, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much.